Good evening. How are you? I got some tea, baby. I got some tea. So, how's everybody doing, first of all? Y'all know I'm doing fine. Even though I don't complain, but I do have a lot to say. I am 4 subscribers away from 500 on my YouTube channel. Yay! Y'all need to subscribe. I got a whole new thing that's going to be coming down the pike. So listen, one of the things on my car chronicle, which is what this is, dating over 60, which I think I changed it to dating over 70. I date. It's not often, but I do date. Now, dating does not involve sex, just so that you know. And it involves hanging out, chit-chatting, going to dinner, movie, or whatever. And I do date. So, sometimes you meet someone, and I don't do online dating, although I am considering it. You meet someone and, okay, so let's just say I got a column A and a column B. The column B, nice people, they don't really check off a lot of my boxes, but they're decent people and they have some assets. So, I have the column B people. I may attend an event that they invite me to, and but I keep it real simple. It's not a whole bunch of conversation because they're really not my type, but I'm open. Column A now is just about all my boxes are checked. They got the height, they have the vernacular, they have the look, they attentive, at least at first. So you have a lot of the boxes are checked. So you have those long conversations in the beginning, and then you possibly friend each other on social media, and you go on your first date. So the date consists of things like, do you want to be in a committed relationship? Yes. Do you want to be in love? Yes. Are you a giver? Are you a receiver? Are you a taker? Do you have children? When's your birthday? Those kinds of conversations, or topics, I should say. So you hang out for a couple of hours, and voila, a connection is made. Then some other things transpired. He actually got something fixed on my car, which was really nice. He says, what do you like? I like my nails done, my toes done. I like spa days. I like traveling. I like movies. What kind of movies? Well, it's more the actor or the actress that I like. So I don't really care what kind of movie that they're in. Do you live alone? Of course I live alone. And no children. Never married. Have you been married? Yes, I've been married twice. Ding, ding, that goes off, like a red flag almost. But, people change. Well, the next woman who I marry, she's going to benefit from the 2 previous ones. Sounds good to me. So, we we move on. I got my car fixed. I got my nails done and all this stuff. And then the third day, haven't even gone through the week. The third day, he sent me a picture, a screenshot of a picture that was in my story. It was a Coca-Cola ad that I did many years ago. Well, I was in my 60s. So I had on, the panty, the shirt, the bottle. And he says, when was this done? Years ago. He was like, yeah, because it was plastered all over social media or Facebook. And I'm like, okay. And so then he just ghosted me for a couple days. But, I'm sending him texts and he's not responding. I'm like, okay. So then you have the part that I didn't see is a blamer. Blame other people. Like you don't see the part that you play because you're perfect. You're narcissistic. You're controlling. You're manipulative. So here's the ideal gaslight scenario. Now, anyone who knows me knows, first of all, I'm a giver. I'm also a receiver, but I'm not a taker. I'm not selfish. Although, selfish with myself. Like, I ain't going to give it up that easily. Okay. So the person says that, I think it's all about me. And I'm like, okay, well, who else is it supposed to be about? You and me, right? I'm selfish. And I'm like, okay. So within the conversations that we had, I noticed like some flakes on his shirt. And I said, because I'm a good listener. I don't care what he says. I'm a good listener. He talked about the itching and his back. And so what did I do? I went to the health food store. I got all this products for eczema. And I also bought an apparatus to actually lotion his back. But I'm selfish. I did that. He talked about something was going on in his block. And I says, well, I think I may be able to help you with that. I contact a council person in the town that he lives in that I knew. And I asked him to give him a call to find out if he could help him. Totally ignored that because he was like, I didn't ask you for your help. Well, you didn't ask me for my help for the eczema either, but you took the products though, didn't you? Then here's all the drama. I could see the drama coming. Didn't like my clothes. So I'm like, okay, do I compromise? Like, take me shopping? You want to take me shopping for what you want me to wear? I'm cool with that. I could always wear something over my clothes. I could wear my clothes. I could just wear something over it. And although compromising is not something that I think about, I never really considered to actually do that. So you had the clothes thing. I'm selfish. Nobody asked you for your help. He says, well, I do a lot of driving, and I can't really find anyone reliable. So, well, I made some phone calls. And I says, I have a few people that will be interested in driving and actually in learning your business. I'm not going to tell you what the business is because you may find out who he is. So he just blew past that. And so all he's doing is manipulating me in terms of trying to make me feel some kind of way. As long as I have been living, no one, and when I say no one has ever said that I was selfish, because I'm not. Because one of the things that I've learned at least for the last 25, 30 years of my life, is that I can't even keep what I have unless I give it away. And that's anything. So a gift to me is what I have, but it's not really a gift until I give it away. You feel me? So, of course, he doesn't understand that concept, and he doesn't see that. Then he says, you talk too much. Like, you're always talking. I'm like, okay, I'm a conversationalist. I talk almost for a living. I was in the school system for 28 years. I've been supervisor. Then he says to me, like even up to today, yeah, I'd still talk, still was trying to get through. He says, people have access to you 2:00 in the morning. Well, I do some volunteer work to help out, like an emergency phone number. Like, for example, girl called today. She was like, I don't think I can go to work tomorrow, and I'm really having a bad day today. Like, I have diarrhea. I got a solution. Get you some Imodium AD. You'll be fine. So, okay, we got that solved. What about tomorrow? And so, I told her I'd try to help her out with that. So here it is. This person's finding all these things that's wrong with me. And I'm like, this is a classic case of gaslighting. Now here it is. I'm a very secure woman. My self-esteem is intact. I know what my assets are. Some top ones are reliability and dependability and responsibility and integrity, because I do what I say I'm going to do, and I even do stuff that I say I'm going to do when no one's looking, okay? I am humorous. I am fashionable. So now this person is telling me, do you always have to show your butt and your cleavage? I have a 28-inch waist. It's kind of hard not to, unless I'm going to be wearing longs, which that's not going to happen. And although the person says that they're no longer practicing the Islam faith, they still have the Muslim doctrine embedded in them. Okay? So I'm like, okay, there lies an issue. There's going to be an issue, definitely. I talk to my friends, I talk to my mentor. They're like, that shit ain't going to work. It's not going to work because of the type of person that you are. You're very free-spirited, and it's just not going to work. So when I talk to the person today and finalize the end of our friendship or engagement, or not engagement as a ring, but our involvement. This man was so angry. His spirit was angry. His spirit was, you would think that I committed a crime and I involved him in it. And I'm like, oh my goodness. No matter what I said, he was talking over me to tell me that, I'm this bad person. And I'm saying, first of all, I know damn well that I am not a bad person. I know damn well that I am not these things that he's saying that I am. How can I be selfish, first of all, if I'm reaching out to people to try to help them? Because I was listening. I listen very well. One of the reasons why I write so well. And I can break it down. So it's done. It's done. And actually, I'm glad that it happened so quickly, because generally you have the representative that shows up on the first date. And 30, 90, 60 days, 30, 60, 90 days into the dating, that the representative basically is still there. No representative. Maybe the first 2 days. After the second day, the person who he was out. I'm going to turn my car on. Got a little cold. Temperature 42. So, unfortunately, it's not going to manifest into anything, because this person, first of all, because he's not open, he's not willing, and he's not honest with himself, that he's blocking his ability to meet other people and to see people for who they are, because he has this idea of what a person's supposed to be to him. And if they're not who he thinks they're supposed to be, this mug wanted me to change without even getting to know me. He thought that what he learned, and I think in the Muslim faith, you meet somebody and y'all just get married. You meet someone, you have a little conversation, and that's it. Y'all married. That's not real, though, because you have to get to know a person. It can take months, and it can even take years. And some people, they get with people and they really don't even know them. But they make it work, because it's about team playing. And I'm a team player type of girl. And as much as I would have liked to have dated this guy, because I think one of the things that women, what we do, we date one guy at a time, which I don't think we should. I think we should date more than one guy at a time, and whoever is the best, so if you're dating, you date a few. Dating does not involve sex. Let me just get that clear. I ain't a hoe. Never been, and don't intend to be one in the future. However, dating is safe. You find out about a person, and then you can make a better decision. But if one falls to the wayside, you have another one that you can hang out with and do stuff with if you like to go out. And I go out with my girlfriends as well. But it's nice to go on a date with someone that wants to be with you. And so, that's another segue into when a person wants you, they're going to make their way to you. There's not going to be any excuses, and they are going to make it happen. You starting to find things wrong with me? Yeah, I'm sure you can find some things wrong with me. I wear wigs. I wear contacts. Yes, I've gotten cosmetic surgery. Yes, I have veneers. I get my nails done. I get my toes done. I wear lashes. Of course, these are all outside things. There are times when I don't want to do nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sometimes I can be a slob. So, if you're going to focus on that, then yeah, you're going to find some things wrong. Especially if they're things that you don't particularly care for. And then he spoon-fed me, conversations all online. He didn't even want to talk to me, and then he's going to blame me. Well, you didn't talk to me. I'm like, I was trying. You tell me texting is talking. I said, no, it's not. Yes, it is. It's communicating. I'm like, okay. So, my thing, what my thing is? Do the right thing. Do the right thing for the right reason. But most importantly, do it at the right time. So I bowed out. I'm like, I can't win with this guy. This guy wants to paint me as the worst person that he's ever met. And I know that I'm not. I know I'm definitely a cut above. Yes, I do feel that way. So there were some things that I gave him, and I told him I want him back. He called me an Indian giver, a effing Indian giver. I didn't ask for my stuff back. Well, you gave it to me, whatever your motive was. I gave you those things based on the fact that we were going to be hanging out together. Give me my shit back. Yeah. You can have it back. Okay, good. I'll let you know when. And hopefully he'll make himself available. I want it back. I don't want him to have my stuff. Really, I don't. The intention that I had with that was, a shirt that we both could wear, when we would be twinning. And, my booklet. I want my booklet back because it's a $50 charge, okay? You want to pay for it? You can have it. So, that's the dating episode of, I don't even know what to call it other than a dating episode. There are some other guys that I date that I kind of like them. Kind of. Just learning people, them learning me, I'm learning them, and it is what it is. So I got somewhere to go. I figured I'd talk until it was time, and it's that time. Have a great evening, and remember, do the right thing for the right reason, but most importantly, do it at the right time. Have a good night. See ya.